Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to start from the Linux. Okay, it's a very first introductory session on the Linux. Okay, so I will be discussing about the Linux command and then shell scripting. Okay, so when we are going to start the Linux, right? So there are the different operating systems are there, right? Windows, Sun Solaris, Linux, right? So why we are learning Linux? Because the very basic fundamental requirement for the Hadoop big data environment, that is Linux, right? And Linux has lot many features, right? Linux provides security, multi-user access, right? And Linux has like a very secure environment. Okay, and there are the different choices there, like which Linux version you want to do, which Linux flavor you want to install. There is a Fedora is there. Okay, CentOS is there, and Ubuntu is there. So we'll do our practice on Ubuntu. Okay, and everything from the scratch, need to install Hadoop tools. Everything we'll do on the Linux. Okay,
So
so
Arvind, sorry to interrupt you.
yeah.
So as you mentioned Pandora and Santorasis.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
in real time, do they even use those tools too?
See, they have the Cloudera CDH, okay, and that Cloudera CDH is basically the CentOS, okay, but
What is
you don't need
Cloudera
to
CDS,
do,
Arvind?
yeah. So Cloudera CDH is like there already Hadoop is pre-installed, okay, and it is CDH or CDP. It is a CentOS version, okay. So there is everything is installed, okay, but Linux command is common to every Linux version, okay, so there is nothing changed. But when you say, like, when you are going to install, right, when you are using yum install command, or you are using here sudo apt get update command, right, apt command, correct. So that's the main difference. Otherwise if you basic Linux commands will be the same for any Linux operating system, right.
Okay.
So Ubuntu, why we are choosing Ubuntu here? Because first of all, like all installation of Hadoop component is easy in the Ubuntu, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
we can do practice well in Hadoop, right? All Hadoop component we install, and we can do practice on that. But CDH,
Okay.
like Cloudera distribution, you will get everything pre-installed there, so you don't need to install anything there, so you can directly practice over there. So Linux, just installation command you need to learn from operating system to operating system. Linux different version, right? If you are going CentOS, you have to see there what is yum install command is there. Here is a apt update command is there, right? So those command you have to just as a difference. Otherwise, basic Linux command will be same, like file system command, networking command, all those commands will be the same. Okay. Any other question?
No, Arvind, everything sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so in Ubuntu, right, first we have to install the on the our Windows host is there, so we can install VirtualBox, okay, and on that VirtualBox we can install the Ubuntu, okay. So Ubuntu is having the ISO image is there, and that ISO image we can configure and we can install Ubuntu ISO image in VirtualBox. So you will see that you will get a one desktop, and you can log in desktop, and then you will get the desktop page, right? So you will get here the home desktop. Okay, so here the terminal, you can find the terminal initially if you are new in the Ubuntu. So you have to add the terminal in your favorite. So you can search it here in the application here terminal, and then right click and then add in favorite. Mine is already added. That is the reason it's saying remove from the favorite. Okay, so once your terminal comes here, we can start terminal. Okay, we can start the terminal, right click, and here we can start the terminal. Okay, so here we are going to directly Linux practice, Linux command we all practice, we can do directly on the terminal. Okay, so when we come to what is the Linux fundamentals, okay, in terms of what is a directory structure, file system structure, okay. So just I'm giving a high level overview of the Linux. So I prepared the notes. Okay. So in the Linux operating system, so these are the main component, right? Kernel is there on the top base layer. Okay. And system libraries are there and some processes are there, compiler, user processes. So these are all part of the Linux operating system, Ubuntu. Okay. And hardware, all these are using the hardware things like CPU, RAM, and input output disk, right? So between the RAM and disk, right? So this all input output thing is the processes are going on. Okay. So when we talk about the kernel is a core component of the operating system, and it's a base. Okay. And it is like a controller. We call it in the Linux operating system is a controller. And on top of that, device management is there, like basically the CPU, memory device, sound. So all these are the device management files are there basically. And on top of that, memory management is there. So we have memory management related processes are there. Okay. And process management, and then further is handling the system calls, right? Between a programmer can write a query and ask anything to the hardware level things if you want to interact. So system calls are there. Okay. So these are now very like in-depth things of the any operating system, right? How the operating system is made of, right? So these are the key things are there. Okay. So if we see the system libraries, those are keeping it interact with the kernel. Okay. System tools, those are the like basically utility tools, development tools. Okay. So those are running and working in the operating system. Okay. And end user tools are like browser, multimedia, those things are the end user tools. Okay. And further is Linux is secure. Okay, that I told, right? Linux is having security is there, multi-user access is there in the Linux. Okay, the same feature is there in the Windows server, because there are two types of system. One is Windows client and Windows server, but Linux has the server, or Linux can provide like multi-user access at the same time. The same feature is there in the Windows server, not Windows client. Okay, so at a time one person is accessing our desktop machine, other person cannot access. But in the Linux, like multi-user access is there at the same time. So they will be using their own session and they are accessing the Linux machine. Okay. And Linux distributions are there. We were talking about those Ubuntu, Fedora, Debian. Debian and Ubuntu both are same family. Okay, and Mint, and those are the different flavors are there. Okay, so these are the advantage of Linux. So I'll give the document so you can go through it. Like it is free, lightweight, stability is there, performance is there. So these are the key factors for the Linux. Flexibility is there. So it can be used for the desktop application, embedded system, server application. So like Linux can be used for multiple purpose, right? For Windows, like server are different and desktop applications are different, right? So we cannot make it same, right, in Windows. But here in the Linux, right, the same Linux operating system we can use for the desktop. If the high configuration RAM, okay, it is high configuration RAM basically. Like we can say, like when we are talking about the servers, right? So in Windows server having the high configuration RAM, disk, memory, right? So then it can be used as a server. Okay. So graphical user interface is there. Okay. Or command line interface. So both the ways we can access it. Okay. Flexibility is there. Distributions are there. Okay. And suitable for every type of programmers, right? Whether the Java, C, C++, Python. So every kind of programmers can use the Linux. Okay. Networking. So we can copy the files from one server to another server. There is a SCP command is there, right? Secure copy command. Okay, we can copy, we can access one machine to another machine. So we don't need to take it complete desktop access, right? RDP, remote desktop in the we can take it in Windows. So we can do it everything through the command line. Okay, so that is the advantage, right? In the Linux, right, we can do SSH, IP, right? So these commands we can do it. Okay, compatibility, Linux is compatible with the large number of file format, so it supports almost all different types of file format. Okay, installations. So multitasking, so this is the thing I told, right? Multiple user can access at the same time simultaneously, so without affecting the system speed. Okay. Okay, so next thing is these are the Linux features, same thing. Okay, so I will start the Linux command. Okay, so first we start the directory commands. Okay, I'll show. So I think mostly people have already done the commands, right? So these commands are basic fundamental commands, but I'm starting from the scratch. Okay, so these commands. So anyone has any question before starting the commands?
No, good.
Okay, all good. Okay. Okay, first we see the directory commands. Okay, so if I want to create a directory, we know very simple command is there, mkdir. Okay, mkdir, we can give the some directory I'm creating. Okay, like I want to create a simple directory I want to create, I can create a directory by mkdir. But when I want to create a multiple directory together, so what command I can use, right? I have 3 directories. Okay, one after one I want to create. So I want to create one directory test1, then test2, then test3. Okay, so these are the multi-label directories, right? So there is the option -p I use. If I use like this, it will not create, because test1 should be created, test2 created first before creating test. So test3 will be creating inside test2, and test2 will be creating inside the test1. So test1 should be created first. So here, if I use -p option, that will create a nested label directory. Okay, so -p, it will create. If I want to test1, test2, so I can enter it. So it means the directories are created. Okay.
So
So
is this creating subdirectories?
yeah, subdirectories are created right here.
Okay.
Otherwise, how can I come enter, right? If I want to see, okay, the cd command is I can come to home. Okay, that is a one way to jump it to home. So if I want to see, so if I do ls here, so here I can see the test1 is there. I enter in the test1, and here I do ls, I can see test2. When I do cd test2, then I do ls, I can see the test1. Okay, test2, and here is test2. Okay, I think already it is created. So test1 is having test2, and test2 is having, but here test2 having test3. Okay. Okay. Now I create mkdir test1. So ls, if I do test1, test1, test2, test2, ls, test3. So now it's correct, right? So test1, test2, test3. This is creating. So here is no directory or file. Okay. So nested label directories we can create by using the mkdir -p, and then we can give the all directories, how many label of directories we want to create. If I want to enter directly in the test3, right? So I have to write cd test1, test2, test3. Okay. If I want to come to my home directory, Either I can use CD tilde sign or CD. Okay, both the ways we can come. And any question in this MKDIF? Okay, so this command I already told CD $home we can do, or CD tilde sign. Okay, PWD command is present working directory. Right now it's showing my home directory, that is my present working directory. If I go to test1 CD test2, and here I do present working directory. So at a time, present directory I want to see at any moment of time, so I can check this using the present working directory. Okay, so I can come to know in which directory right now I am there. Okay, so that I can see by using the PWD. Okay, MKDI we already seen. Okay, MKDI are having okay, so root directory or home directory. So root directory is slash directory is a root, but home directory is where is my slash, my username is there. Okay, slash home slash username. So that is my home directory, user home directory. Okay, PWD command is for, and CD directory you can give. So you can go into any particular directory, and there are some other command also there, multiple directory, like you want to go directly jump to the desktop, right? So one by one you can do CD, or you can give complete path, right? So that you can go into the CD slash directory, you can go. Okay, and change directory. Suppose you are some other directory you want to change. Okay, so you can give complete absolute path, you can give. Okay, okay, I have one software directory there in my home directory. So I want to go inside that directory, home, my username and software. Okay, so I can directly go to the software directory, right? So this is like I'm giving the absolute path. So this absolute path I can give, like from the root I can give my absolute path, and then I can go to in that directory. Okay, so that is basically absolute path. Changes directory using the relative path. Some relative path also I can give, like some directory inside another directory. So I can give the relative path. Okay, like this CUPS directory having the certs. So I can do CD without slash you give. If you give slash means it will understand some root label, some directory is there. Okay, so you cannot use that. Okay, suppose I have ls. Okay, so here these three directories are there. If I say here CD is path, so it will not found it, because this directory it will not get it, because there is no directory. But if I do CD path, so then it will get it. Okay, so I can use the tab and then I can get the directory. Okay, which directory I want to go. Okay, so these are the simple commands. CD hyphen is there also. Okay, to go to the previous directory, to change to the previous directory from the current working directory. Okay, or CD dot is there. Okay, I'm not doing all these commands. CD slash to go to the root directory. Okay, and particular user, right, change to another user home directory. So if we have the different other users is there, so we can change the user. So we can use tilde sign and we can use the username. So it will move it to that home. So if I see here, already I have here different users. So I check here. I think I have to check which is the user. Okay, so here I can change to the particular user, and directory is having the spaces. Okay, so I can use the slash, or I can use single quote. Just remember it, otherwise you cannot do change directory. Suppose your directory is having the spaces, right? So either use the single quote so that it will log in, or otherwise you use slash. Every word you use slash, then it will do cd. Okay, so like this, you have the spaces is there in your directory name, then you can use. Okay, multiple directory you can change, so directly you can give the complete path, you can do the cd. Okay. Okay, ls command is having various parameters is there. So when I do ls minus a, so it is showing the hidden files. Okay, and when I do ls minus lrt, so it will be showing me the list, right? So this is a complete list is showing ls minus lrt, or ls or ll I can use also with the if you see the difference here. Here it is showing all these files listing is showing, complete path is showing, ls minus lrt is giving more detail. Okay, and ls having the other options also there, ls minus capital R, it will show you all nested directory. Okay, so all path is showing. Okay, ls minus R, like directories, subdirectories path you want to see. Okay, and some other commands also there with the ls. Only you want to see directory, ls minus d is there. So used to display only subdirectories, ls minus d. So that will display only directory. Unless like ls minus d, so it is showing you the all only the directories. No, unless what is that command? D star slash ls I did that. Minus slash I'm giving wrong. Yeah, so it is showing all the directories. So instead of showing the file, I want to see only the directories, so I can do ls minus d. Okay, so I can see other options also there, like print in the reverse order are there, capital R, it display the content of the subdirectories also. And minus p is it is used to identify the directory easily by marking the directory with the slash, so that we can see. Okay, so these are the all list commands. So ls minus a, ls minus l. Okay, if I want to see the block size, I want to see, so I can use minus mg or write whatever I can give, kilobyte by default is this. So kmg gigabyte or whatever size of the file, so it will be showing. Okay, so it will be showing that list. This is ls minus t star. G is if you don't want to display the owner information, we can use minus g. So owner information it will not show. If you don't want to display the group, so we can use minus ig. So this will do. And color thing, like we can do ls tilde, it is home directory. Okay, that shows the content of the home directory. So wherever whatever content of home directory I want to show, so ls tilde I can give. Okay, and parent directories I want to, this command contains the list of the parent directory. So whatever directory having like parent directory, just immediate previous directory, I can see the list of that. Okay. So mkdir, I already told you this. Multiple files we can create with the mkdir. Mkdir multiple directory I can create by giving a directory's name with the space. So I can create a multiple directories by using mkdir. And every time I want to create a directory and I want to create a print message, so minus b option is there, verbose, right? So it will print like every directory is created. So like this, like if I write So it will be giving masses. Okay, so this is the option like for printing the which directories we are creating. Okay, so that option is for -v. Okay, remove directory rmdir. This simple command to remove any directory. Okay, so we can use rmdir and the directory name we can give. Okay, so it will remove directory. -p option, this command will delete the directory including all subdirectories, everything. It will delete it. So rmdir -p. rmdir. So rm-r is a recursive delete. Okay, p is not working, but rm-r is a recursive delete. So it will delete whatever directory files, anything is there, another directory. So it will delete. But here it is given the option. Okay, so another one is Linux type of files are there. Okay, how many types of files are there? So regular file is generally we create a files. So those are called the regular text
Arvind, sorry to
files.
interrupt, Arvind. Give me a minute.
Uh,
I'm a little confused over here. So earlier you used RMD remove directory -p and you tried to delete test one, right?
mm,
It said
mm.
invalid option, and then you used remove directory -r test one. Did that work?
See rmdir. Okay, remove directory. This is for the directory option. Okay,
Okay,
so
so we
like
created test one directory, right? So if you are trying to remove test one directory,
mm,
uh, I mean, without.
actually I use -r option, that is recursive. Okay, and
Mhm,
rm can be used either file or directory. Okay, but
mhm.
file cannot have the recursive file, right? Only the directory can be recursive. So rm can be used for both. Okay, and rmdir is for one directory. Okay, rmdir there is no -r option. Okay, but rm is having the recursive option, right? Rm. So rm is common for directory and file both.
Were you able to remove it?
This one is like, see, mkdir. I
Mhm.
created test one. I create one file here. Okay, cd test one. Okay, here I create one file. Okay, I come out. Now I do, okay, rmdir test one, because it is not empty.
So it
Okay.
has a file called touchx1, so we are not able
Mm.
to delete. But if we are using rm -r, so
Yeah,
it will not
rm
be removed. So it
-r
will delete even the directory.
test one.
Okay, got it.
The
Got it.
even
Arvind.
file is there
There's
also.
no directory now called test1, so it does not exist anymore.
Yeah, so if I do ls test one, because I already deleted, right? So
Yeah,
this
got it.
is, I can vary. So if any particular file or something you want to check whether it's not there, or so you can use ls. With ls you can check it,
So
because
list
if it
of
is
everything in the directory is
okay,
ls, right?
if you create a directory, suppose test1, and now ls test1 you do, okay.
Mhm.
So if it is there, it will be nothing, right? ll you do. So you can see like this only, or you want to just verify it is there or not. If you type it, it is not giving anything, right? Okay,
Mhm.
ls test1, it is not giving anything. Okay, so it means it is there. Okay, because if it is not there, like if I give it different, so it will be giving no such
No
file
such
directory.
directory found. Okay.
Okay, so we can see, and
But here
another
when you
option
typed
is
in ls
minus
test1 and test3, it did not show any files present in test1 or test3, right? There's a
test1
directory,
is
but
the
there,
directory. Yeah,
yeah.
so
So it
if
should
it
show
is
any
any
files
file is
present in
there,
test1,
okay,
right?
suppose in the cd test1, okay, and here I create a one
ls. Okay, that's you're creating one.
x1, okay. Now if I do ls test1, okay,
It'll
I
show touch
already
x1.
in test, okay, cd dot I do ls test1. So it will be showing me the file, or ls my ll minus ll test1. So it will show like this. Okay, if directory has the file, it will show. Otherwise, if you show, if you do ls, okay, if I don't have any direct file is there inside test2, okay, if I do ls test2, so it will not show anything, right? Or
Okay.
ls test2, because file is not there. That is the reason it is coming empty result.
Empty
Okay,
result.
you understand, like it's an empty result, because if you
Mhm.
created file, so you seen that file is there. Okay, because this
Mhm.
is a hidden one, because this is because of ll I'm doing, so it is showing other
There's a
hidden.
directory present, but there is no
Yeah.
file inside, so it's showing
Mhm.
empty.
Empty. Yeah, if it is file is there, like if I do ls test1, there is a file. That is the reason file is
H1.
coming.
Yeah.
Okay, because ls is which one you give the ls, that one it will be showing the list of content of that one. If you do only ls, so it is showing the content of current, okay,
Current home
ls.
user
Or even
or
if I
the,
do ls dot, okay, dot is both, you can see same, right?
yeah.
Correct. If I do ls dot slash double dot, what is showing? It is
If I
my
enter
one label
H1,
previous directory is showing. Okay, so
okay,
like this
100.
current dot, okay, if I, this is a pwd, okay,
Home.
yeah, home directory. Okay, so it is showing me the, these are the username is showing. Okay, this is my username. So
Yeah.
one is a arvind user, one is a deploy user, one is a hadoop 2 user. So three
Mhm.
user is there in the home.
Home.
Okay, correct. So I did dot slash double dot, means my previous directory, because my home directory is arvind. Okay, right now I told what is my content of my previous directory of arvind. So that is means home is having three folders, three user. One is arvind, one is deploy, one is hadoop 2, right? So if I want to go, see, now I came in the hadoop 2 user, right? Correct, because the same user, like this user is in the home directory hadoop 2. So if I want to exit, okay, it's, we have to do, wait. So when I do any user, I want to change it. So this is my, by default is a arvind, because I logged in this user. That is the reason any terminal I will start, I will see this. When you start with other user, like you log in, then you will see this user, but I can move it in another user from this terminal, right? So I'm simply doing cd tail and my other user hadoop 2. Okay, so I entered it. Okay, like I move it to here. Now I can see in this user nothing is there. Okay,
Yeah, I see that. So how to create a
okay,
user?
there is add user command is there,
Okay.
only root. So I have to go to sudo su minus, okay, my password. Now I come to the root, add user XYG. It is asking what password I want to keep it. I keep it password. Okay, so many other information. Okay, now I want to check this user is created or not. So I go to I do cd tilde this XYZ. Yeah. Okay. So now if I log in again, right? So I will see this one more user is created. Okay. So as many as number of user you can create and you can give the access those users, right? So they will have their own desktop, right? Whatever they do in their desktop. So I can see here the content. Okay.
Okay.
Like because I'm a user who created, right? So I
Yes.
have the access of all those users. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here is a other types of files are there. Directory files means directory. Okay, so one is a file command is there that determines what is a type of file, because sometimes like same type of files are there, but there is a link file is there. Okay, block file is there, like and character file is there where we are writing the text, right? Socket file. So different type is there. B, C, B, P. Okay, symbol file, socket file. So how to recognize the file? So there is a different file commands are there. So file, and then we can actually. Yeah, this one. So file, you can do file -s. So you can use the special files are there. This one option like there is file -s command used to special. Let's see simple of -s. So file -s the file. Okay, so file you star for all files. Okay, like this is this directory has the special file. So I think it will be more read permission. I think that too. This is the way like it's showing. The special file is there. Okay, so this file type is, and file star is to show all the files. So where directory is there. So I can do file. So this is telling, right, for each and every one it's showing it's a directory, it is a symbolic link, it's a directory. So all, right, star means not specific, right, all one, right? So star we can use. Okay, another like this where slash. Okay, some range I can give, right? I can give some alphabetical character range I can give. So it will be showing me all those one, right? Basically range. Okay, like I can define the character like this. The file is starting with these letters, and this is a wildcard character. Okay, the file is starting with any of these character starting letter, and anything will be after that. Okay, so that will be wildcard character. Touch is basically we can create an empty file. So touch command is there. Okay, so if I do cat, it is empty, so nothing is there. Okay, so I can create a file by using the touch command. Some more command also there. RM command we already seen. Okay, RM is having the different other option is there. RM -R is a recursive delete. rm minus r is an interactive delete. Okay, if I say rm minus I xyg, so it is asking me. Generally, what happens if you don't give I, it will delete it. So by mistake, right, if you don't want to delete, right, so you can use this minus I option. Sometimes it is very like you want to take it option, like 10 files are there and only 5 files you have to delete. So you want to take it option, yes, no type, okay, whether you want to delete or not. So it will be asking you with minus E, interactive way. When you want to do forcefully, so RF option is there. So this will delete forcefully. So you don't want to ask whether you want to delete or not. So you can use minus RF option. Okay. Suppose you have a wildcard character you can use. Suppose you have a 3 text file are there and all text file you want to delete. So start.txt you can do. So that wildcard character you can delete it. Okay. So it will do rm minus r. So it can do the recursive delete. So it will delete all the file folder, and interactive one I already told you. RF is the forcefully you want to delete. So this is all rm command. Okay. CP command is very useful command, like you want to copy a file from one location to another location, or in the same directory also you can do, like you want to make a copy. Okay. So suppose you have a file xyg and you want to make a copy of this one. So you can give, so it will create another new copy of this file. Okay, so to copy a file in a different directory, so you have to give the directory path where you want to copy. So you can specify your file and give the proper the directory path where it can copy the file. So that is the way. Other CP option are there. You want to copy the directory along with its subdirectory. This is very good, right? Complete recursive, like CP minus R, you can give one directory, complete directory you want to copy to another directory as a directory to directory. But this directory has many other directories also there. Okay. So if I say, okay, I created this one and I'm going inside this. I'm creating a one file. Okay. Now I want to make a copy. What is the option? Minus R, CP1, CP2. Now I go to CP2. So see, my file is copied also. Okay. So it is copying the directory along with its, okay. CP multiple files you can copy in the directory. Suppose you have 2 files and both you want to copy. So one by one name, more than one also you can give the name. You want to create a backup also. Sometimes what happen, like you are copying the file and your existing file can be overwritten. But what you want to do, you want to take a backup of your existing file and then copy the file. Okay. So in that case, you can use the backup command. So in this backup command, you have to use the extension. Suppose after copying the file, what type of file you want to create, like text file you want to create. So you will give .txt. Okay. So here you will be specifying okay, this is okay, x1 is the file. Okay, I'm copying in the file cp minus backup and I say this x1 actually this target file name and destination directory. Okay, so here if you see x1, is remain over there, right? X1 is already there. So X2 is created. It is, I think something is missing here. Okay, this backup is CP minus backup file2.txt file2 CP minus backup. This, what is the file name is already there. File2.txt. Because here it is created. So we take it some other directory. Okay, we do. Instead of the same directory, I copy in some other. Okay. And CP1. Okay. Now I check cd dot cd cp1. See here. Actually, it is automatically creating with the tilde sign. So your old copy is this one and new copy will be this, right? So two files are created, right? When you copy in the different directory, right? So backup means one file will be this tilde option, right? So this is the way. This is clear, this one, this command, this CP minus backup, you give the different directory rather than giving it the same directory, because same directory it is not creating. Okay, you give a different directory where you want to copy. So there is creating a two files. One is a x1, one is a x1 tilde. Okay, so that is taking the backup. And CP minus I is interactive way. So whenever you are copying the file, so it will override it, but it will ask you interactive way whether you want to copy yes or no. So that option it will be there. So when you do so here CP, you do minus I. It is asking the option. So do you want to override? So why I do? So it will do. Okay. So this is interactive. Minus P is used to preserve the properties. Suppose this particular one file, the first file which I'm copying to the directory, which is having some permissions, things are there. Okay. So same permission attributes I want to carry over. So I can use minus P option. So that will carry over my properties. Okay. And other option is U and V. When you want to make sure that the destination file is missing or does not exist. Okay, so sometimes I want to, like, which file I want to copy, I want to check whether the file exists or not exists. So I should get the option, right? Sometimes if the file is present, right, so it will override, or file is not present, so it will show me no such file directory option, right? Okay, so here is U and V option you can use. So which file you are going to copy. Okay, MB command is used for the move a file as a rename a file. So in Linux, MB command is a rename command. Okay, so for one file we want to rename it by using the MB command. Okay, so if I have is here two files, so MB x1, I can do x3, so it will change x1 to x3, so it is rename. Okay, or we can move to the directory minus I option. Everything is there, the same options, MB options we are there. Okay, if we want to like MB command we can use, but we want to take some overriding, right? Before that, I want to create some suffix. Okay, so I can use the minus minus suffix option. Okay, so this one is like MB minus minus suffix txt. So file1, file2, I'm doing MB command. So when this file1 is changed to file2, so another suffix will be created, file2.txt, like a backup. So here in the MB is MB command we use suffix. So minus minus suffix is used to take a backup before overriding. So you will have your txt file is a backup file, right? Your old one, and then this is a new copy. Okay, new name. So you have you can use it MB suffix dot txt, and then I can give which one to which one I want to do. X2 double F. Okay, so X2 is into X3. So one more extra file is created, x3.txt. Okay, so that is the backup. Minus U option. So it will be already exist. Okay, so it will skip it. So same like a copy is having minus U option. If file is already present, it will skip it. It will not override it. So sometimes if I want to rename file and file is already present with the same name, it will skip it. Okay, so it will skip when you use minus U option. So file that already exists in the destination directory will be automatically skipped. Okay, and other files will be copied. Okay, so these are the renaming, separately rename command also there. Like you want to change the name of the file, so there is a rename command, but you have to use like this as old name and new name, and then you can give the file. So when you want to do rename, and suppose you have txt files and you want to rename the extension of all the files. So in that case, you have to use this .txt extension and .pdf. So which one you want to change, we can use the rename command. Okay, so in single code we have to give what we want to rename it. Okay, or like your file name is file is there, you want to change only file to document you want to change. So wherever file is there in the file, okay, so it will change to document. So if you see here, so you have multiple files are there, okay, and you are changing to the document. Okay, so this rename option we can use. Okay, like you can print barbos is print the output, right? Whatever file you are renaming, it will print it. Forcefully overriding minus F option is there. Okay, lowercase to uppercase conversion you want to do. So rename can do various options, right? Like, okay, here is I want to change wherever A to Z small letter is there, I want to change it to capital A to Z. So rename option is there. Okay, if I do rename single code, Y is, I think as some options are there. A to G, capital A, capital G. So X star. Okay, rename command we have to install it. It is not by default. Okay, this is the error actually. Sub command have to use. Okay, so I'll check it this one. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see that some more cut command I will show. Okay, cut and grep command, cut command, and there is a other unique command is there. Okay, and those are the file content related command. Okay, I have already prepared document. So this is a cut, grep, scd command. Okay, and some more command is there, head command is there, tail command is there. So those are all related to file content. Okay, how to see the content. So far we have done the directory and file management command, right? Like file level handling. Okay, how to create file, directory, remove file, rename file, all those. Okay. Okay, any question, anyone?
So Arvind,
Hmm.
entire Linux is a command line interface, so we'll be only practicing all the commands, right? It's all more like whatever commands you said now and few more commands, right?
Hmm. So this
So
command you have to do practice on the Linux, this command, yeah. Hmm.
yeah, that's it, right? Anything else
Yeah,
apart
next
from
thing
this?
is the shell scripting. Actually, next is this is like 111 command you're running, but generally like single command whenever we use like for one particular purpose we do. But sometimes we do multiple commands together in a one single file, and I want to execute all the command in a one go. So I use the shell script. So sometimes we write functions, loop, variable, right? We define lot many things, right? Suppose some programmatic things I want to do. Suppose I say I want to write some program, right, which read the file from, like when I do ls, right? So when I do ls, it will read all the file in the directory, and then I
List of
want
files,
to
right?
perform something. Okay, correct. I want to rename. So this rename thing I'm doing, so this is I'm doing manual one single command. But if I
Mhm.
want to do in an entire directory, right, all the file, so I cannot write with a single command, right? Okay, so I have
Okay.
to write like I have to read all the files,
Multiple commands and
then
then
loop,
it's it.
then I have to use loop, and then I have to do same rename command one by one on each file, right, in the loop, right?
Okay.
So that we will learn in the shell script. Okay, so shell script is like generally we write for set of commands together in a one single file, and that can execute it one after one. Okay, so that is shell script. Hmm.
And while I
Okay.
was trying to, create a user just now, so it
Hmm.
said, I mean, the VirtualBox user is not in the subdoers file. I mean, what is the subdoers file? I did not understand that.
What is
So, I mean, when I was trying
sudo?
to create a new user, yeah, sudoers file.
Sudo su minus, that is going to the root, right? Okay,
Yeah.
it's going to the root, and
Mm-hmm.
here we can create a add user command, right? Because root user permission should be there, add user, and then we can create a new user.
So when I gave sudo su, it asked me for password, and when I gave in the password, it said VirtualBox user is not in the I
Sudo,
mean,
right? Actually, you installed it new one. Okay, there is a sudo file is there. I'll give you the one. Okay, blog is there. Actually, add a sudo file. Okay, so add one sudo file is there. There you have to use the add. Your user you have to add in the sudo file.
okay.
Okay, because your user cannot do anything without adding the your user to sudo. Okay, add user sudo. So this sudo file is there is a vi sudoers command, like you can go to like this, you can add like this username all. Okay, like this. Okay, so first you have to do okay, whenever you are creating like add user, now this error is coming. So etc sudoer is there. Okay, so when you do this etc sudoers file is there, so you open this file vi etc sudoers and then add this entry, your username entry. Okay, after that I'll give you the command. Okay, this is
Okay.
okay, this one you have to do sudo vsudo. Okay,
Okay.
okay, I came to my sudo file. Okay, and once I come here, can you see my user is put it there, Arvind, right? one more entry you have to do. You will see only root is there in your case, right? Because root is, that is the reason root can do
No, when I
everything.
gave the command and I gave my password, it is mentioning the same thing again.
No, first of all, you added this your user in this sudo file or not. You have to add like this. That I'm
Okay, how do
saying.
I add that? Using what command?
Okay, first you have to, you write this sudo vi sudo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you type this, okay, when you type this, you will open a one file. Okay. Same entry of
When I'm
root.
typing this, it is asking for password. After I gave the password, it is mentioning the same thing again, like the VirtualBox user is not in the sudoers file.
Can you show me the screen? Okay.
For
I
that,
just
you'll have
check.
to enable me as the host.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
So yeah,
It's not. Can you go to the its root first, right? Because this user cannot do. So sudo su you do. So, oh, it is, then your password is not taking. Oh,
no.
hyphen sudo
Okay,
su.
give me a minute. I mean, if it is not taking the password, it will tell me it's an incorrect password, right?
This is taking incorrect password. Okay, only sudo su do. Okay. Su, that's it. No, su. Okay.
SU?
Enter. And it is not taking your password.
No, I mean, it is taking my password for sure. If I'm giving a wrong password, it will not show me this. It will say your password is wrong.
Okay, and when you typed it, okay.
For suppose I'll show you where I gave my wrong password. So it says, you see this?
Hmm.
Password, sorry, try again, sorry, try again. So that is wrong password.
Actually, you have to go to, first of all, you should come to the root. Okay.
Okay,
So,
wait. So if I have to come to the root, what command should I use?
the command is that one only, but it is not taking your password, right? Okay, because that user sudo.
So tell me
Okay,
some.
sudo vis you can do. Sudo vis you do, vi sudo.
Mhm.
Okay, this one is. So you have not done anything, right? This is the first time you enter, right, in the Linux, right? First
Like
time in
I
Ubuntu.
tried, make directory, make directory, rename directory, then list of things in the directory or create a file, touch.
That
So
is
all these
working.
kind of comments, that those are working. So suppose if I have to create a directory,
Yeah, that is working. Okay. Can you try this command? I'm pinging you. You can.
please send.
Did you try? Do you try this one and change your username
I did
there?
not receive anything, Arvind.
Oh, you cannot copy there from
I
the
did not
chat
receive
here.
anything on WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll get it fixed. This one. Okay, I'll give the
Okay,
link
you send me
actually.
in the chat link. Okay, give me a
Hmm.
minute. Oh, I did not see this. Okay, I see this.
Single code. You gave your username and space all equal to. Space, single quote, your username.
After this, no space, right?
All equal to no password. Colon all. And single quote close. And double greater than sign.
You said single quote, right?
Yeah, no space, single quote. And double greater than sign / etc/sudoers. etc/sudoers. And double quote close.
Enter.
Okay, I think it will not take your password. Okay, I think this is actually root is not going.
So how to fix this, Evan?
I'll give you I have the link. In that one it is completely okay, because this is a newer version of Ubuntu. This issue is there. Okay, like
This is 20. This is 20.04.
Yeah, 20.04. Yeah.
I think
I'll ping you. I'll
okay.
ping you. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.